Yes, we can see the screen.
Yeah, okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to this Lunch and Learn session. I saw there were more registers, but I think I can just have a soft start. Yeah, it's recorded anyways. Good. Okay. Hello, guys. My name is Shan. I'm the Director of Project Delivery at BeamData. As you may notice, there are two logos. I just put it here because we're same bunch of people. I'm here today presenting the Beam services, but we are also accredited colleges. We provide the training services. I will cover the WeCloudData services later in this presentation as well. I'm going to spend about half an hour, 20 to 30 minutes in presenting both Beam services as well as the WeCloud programs. And I'll just leave 10 minutes more for Ask Me Anything session. Okay, let's start it. Feel free to interrupt me once you have any questions. It's okay. It's a very flexible session for us to discuss. Okay, here's the agenda. I'm going to introduce the BeamData, a data consulting company, introduction. Second, we'll go to the importance of the real client projects in applying data-related jobs. I'll also share some resume and interviewing tips. Yeah, also adding the WeCloud bootcamp info for your reference. Also, I'll share some use cases that we recently did through BeamData, including the LLM chatbot stuff, which is the hot topic niche area. Everyone's talking about it nowadays, and then I'll share how the WeCloud, how BeamData is catching up this trend, and then how that we can offer to the consultants. Yeah, and followed by the Ask Me Anything session. Okay, here's about us. Excuse me. We're a North American-based AI consulting company and serve the clients all over the world. We want to, the goal is to cover, excuse me, serve the clients across various industries such as healthcare, telecom, like startups. Okay, so we serve the clients either from early stage who's seeking for the initial data guidance, or mid-sized company, big enterprises who wants to robust the AI solutions. Our team, our tech team is here to provide the best services. Okay, and our services span from the initial AI strategy to the deployment of the most advanced machine learning deployment, starting from the very original data infrastructure, the AI formulation, to some advanced strategies. We tailored our services, matching specific business need according to the client's detailed challenges, but also we'll make sure the talents and the resources will be reallocated to maximum the value. So the talents, as I mentioned, WeCloudData, as you can tell from this meetup registration places, our talents are coming from different programs at WeCloudData. We do have the project team, full-time employee under BeamData, so we'll work together, and then every day of my job is to do the resource allocation, talk to the clients, and make sure the best talents to the best spots. Okay, and our services, including, we just combine the rapid prototyping workshops and then provide the end-to-end implementation with value, speed, and quality. So those are the strategies that we combine them together and then make sure it can, address the solutions efficiently. Okay. And our clients, here are some past clients and some ongoing clients. We talk to a lot of type of companies, ranging from startups NPOs or big enterprises, as it shows. You can search some of the BeamData prototype or testimonial through their website. So here on the right side, there are some industries that we covered. In recent years, we focus really more on the healthcare, and we do need talents who had some healthcare background to serve some specific AI-generated healthcare providers. So that's the trend right now. But we also cover as as much as other industries possible, whether it's a traditional industry or the hot topic right now. Okay, so we have media, supply chain, tech startup, AI solution provider, consumers, electronics, fintech, e-commerce. We have all the things. And then we do have clients from other consulting background. Also, for example, the banks, insurance companies, engineering factors. We do have those. And then the projects are initiating all year round. Okay, just for your information. Next, we can move it to the importance of the client projects in data job search. I think people nowadays who get interested in WeCloud and then BeamData is that they are career switchers, or they're junior in some data jobs, data factor already, and then seeking for some places to apply for more advanced jobs. And here are some tips to help you guys. So the importance of the real client project, first of all, is skills your students learn. So all the tech details, for example, data wrangling, data analysis, dashboards, and then building some machine learning models, that AI engine, such as recommender systems, chatbot, NLP, or computer vision, etc. Those skills, there must be a place to showcase that you understand, and then you contribute to some of the places. So that's the beauty of the real client project. And also it accelerates your learning, because you guys may already learn a lot from the massive online courses, but when it comes to apply it to the real cases, things are totally different. Also, those real client project will just give you the proven record showing you work in a team environment, different from when you're working by your own. It just differentiates you from those junior talents, and differentiates you from those new grads who, for example, only have some self-oriented projects. Okay, it helps you to stand out during the resume selection as well as the interviews. Okay. I'm going to give the really simple example about this example of a resume. So before switching the jobs, or before that you gain a lot of industry experiences by adding just limited projects, your resume may look like this. So skills on the top, and then some past experiences, for example, non-data related, and only some of the portfolio project 1 or 2. And it can be some, for example, Uber open source data that you download from Kaggle or from some open source area. Those can only showcase that you used that tool, and then you you realize some of the things with limited scope. Definitely, it would not be stronger enough for you to compete on some more senior jobs, and then don't have enough confidence showing about that you worked in a data field. Okay, most of the recruiters won't consider that, are not interested in junior talents these days, because they need some more senior people in grasping and controlling those ChatGPT stuff. That's the truth. But no worries. There must be a way for us to control it, and then to seek a place for you to work on it. Okay, so chance of getting interviews is relatively low by sending these type of resumes like in the ocean. However, while you are transitioning, for example, you come to BeamData and then apply for a real client project. We will introduce you to the real client, and then after some screening, after the training and screening, your resume will become like this. So skills on the top of it, other than data analytical skills, it will just add it up by client communication. And you will have, you know how the project management is working. And your experience will show the most recent one. You work for company A, BeamData, and then you can specify your clients. For example, like we used to talk to Samsung Electronics Canada. So your resume, the title, the first line of your resume will be experience A, company BeamData, and then client Samsung Electronics Canada. And you're working on the first project, for example, the real-time price forecasting or seasonality forecasting for their wearable devices, something like those. And you can add up by more projects for the same client, or you can just build up this blog by adding more clients. And then your portfolio projects will become less important because people will pay more attention on this body part. So if I'm the interview or the HR screening, I'll say, oh, this guy works for BeamData and then already gained some months or years experiences for BeamData. This guy it's not junior anymore. We'll consider probably the relatively intermediate or more advanced tasks. Okay, and then degree, certificate, bootcamp, those are the things you can move it to the later part. That's the resume that you may look like while transitioning. Okay, if you have past projects or experiences working already as a data analyst, that's good. Feel free to put it here, or if you feel that with more importance, more relevance with the job description, you can switch over those the position of those blocks, but please be most relevant. Okay, more relevant than, for example, other area such as the engineering before. Okay. Yeah, that's the resume, and then how those real client projects can help you about building up your portfolio and resume. Here are some project availability that we offer. We offer like 2 types of projects based on the time commitment, lifestyle, and the capabilities and the skill sets the consultants currently having. So there are 2 types. One is relatively with a pretty well-defined scope, because sometimes the requests are quite like stable. We have sometimes the client has the request of, for example, collecting the same data from LinkedIn, for example, but repeatedly based on the seasonality. We want to know whether summer jobs are increasing or if there are some like winter hirings happening during the Christmas, something like those. The scopes are well defined, and then the time commitment is relatively flexible. You can work like overnight and then report to your managers or the clients on weekly basis. And sometimes it tries the more advanced tools. For example, you want to try the LLM, the RAG. There are some there are always some spots for you. And then duration and industries will be shorter. The industries will fall to startups. And then type 2 is really based on the client that we do the business development. For example, last week I talked to one client. They require us to form a project team that can match their product launch, which is product launching day, which is in 2 months. So we have to check the consultants' flexibility as well as a skill set. We have to do interviews based on their requirement. And letting the consultants know, oh, there are a lot of ad hoc inquiries. It can happen anything. Maybe midnight. If you're okay to do it, we can place you. Of course, it can help with building your project experiences. And the industries varies. Really depends on the cycle we talk to them. It falls into finance, retail, technology, can be anything else. Those are the 2 types. So type 1 may be more suitable for the people, the consultants who wants to gain some experiences, but has a full-time job or have really, really busy lifestyle, for example. And then I want to only work for 3 to 4 hours per week on it. 3 hours per week on this, that's fine. And then type 2 will be more suitable for consultants. Let's say I want to take this half year. I want to devote myself in building my resume. I want to, work as much as possible because I don't have a full-time job. I really want to gain the data job related experiences. Those two types, our project team can help you evaluating your skill sets, and then we'll do some assessments to make sure the spots are the best for you. Yeah, that's about the project info. Okay, here are some bootcamp information as well as the interview tips. So this will touch how the BeamData can help with your background checking during maybe the last step of your interview. Okay, I think I touched a little bit. So the key part will definitely be relatively relevant experiences as well as the projects. So if you have the real client projects, definitely your people's eye will be catched by those company names as well as the objectives, what you did and what are the impact, what's the result. So there is a common, I think, common thing people neglect is that I have seen a lot of resumes. People love to accumulating the keywords, the fancy keywords, for example, big data, computer vision, or I used like Python to build some machine learning model. Those are good, but what are the impact? What's the results? Is the client accepting your work, or is that into the production level, or you just do it by your own? Are you working in a team environment? Just impact is really, really important. And no wonder once you working for the client projects, all the works or pretty much of the work, according to the iteration about the project life cycle, your work will be accepted. So you can confidently show to if you are going to the interview, you are driving the conversation saying, oh, this is what I did for this client. And then the feedbacks, they're happy. I helped them with, saving some of the loading dashboard time, or even I help them saving 10% of the budget for next year. That's really stunning. Then use the numeric quantitatively like words describing your work. That'll be very, very impressive. Okay, that's how that you can structure your resume. And let me just showcase one quick example of this girl. After working for BeamData for almost a year, about her kind of story. So she graduates from York University, and then working as a researcher in neuroscience factor. It's non-data related for sure. And then after that, she had a maternity leave and then have a gap year. So she was pretty desperate before coming to BeamData, WeCloudData. But we arranged her with 2 projects. Yeah, this is, you can picture what I'm saying in the previous slides. You can add BeamData as the places of work, and then appending with the projects that you worked on. So she's pretty strong in doing analysis and then presentation. She's a really dedicated person, and then really hardworking in the projects, in learning those new skills. It's just without any data experiences before, and then worry about the 1-year gap. But by showing this resume, she finally got about 5 offers. I think one touches the data engineering field, and then the other falls to DS or DA, data analytics. So data analyst and data scientist job. This quick example is showing how those, eye-catchy project experience can be added to a resume. You may wonder how that I can get enrolled, or how long should I take? So we offer both full-time or part-time boot camps, as well as the self-paced courses. Whether you are new to the data, I didn't have coding background at all, or I've already worked for this sector for maybe just a year or so, there are some choices for you. If you're interested, we can discuss in the AMA session, ask Adam, or just go to our websites. Because nowadays we do everything online, and then there are massive of the materials. You may get overwhelmed and then didn't know how, which one will be the most efficient way for me. Okay, this is an example showing how the full-time will work. So basically in 3 months, in 14 weeks about the courses, plus the several months of project experiences, your resume can be like this. Okay, you can get enrolled anytime for the next day you registered. We'll give you the evaluation and then some of the training if it's needed before joining the project. And then you can start building your portfolio from that day. Okay. So in terms of the training, there are massive places that you can get. I didn't, recommend people always saying, oh, you have to use our materials. There are places anywhere. Choose one that you like. That's the massive online courses, and also the college's traditional boot camps. For example, the UT has a lot of training programs. Those courses, the knowledge itself are the same. So go for it, choose whatever you like. But the most important thing will be the portfolio that can help with your career. And also, it's important to talk to the industry mentors if you don't have any. And WeCloudData, BeamData is the only places that we offer the real client project. Okay, we also have career services afterwards. If you most of the people finish 2 client projects, they will be ready for the resume drafting, and then start sending the resumes out, and then start hearing from some of the companies. Luckily, they'll just land a job in the really short term, let's say less than 6 months. But some of them wants to target a decent job. That can be done by just adding more project experiences. It either can be you keep working for the same client, but with a larger extended scope, or it can be there are other choices. The alternations will be work for other clients. Just talk to us, and then you will have 2 different type of projects that for you to showcase more of your capabilities. Either would work. Really depends on how the job description, and then how the interviewer wants you want to place you at. Okay. Here are some use cases that done by our student or consultant. Most of them are coming from non-tech or non-data background. So if you're interested, you can talk to Adam, showing what are the backgrounds of our students. For example, like 30% are coming from engineering background, and the other 20% are coming from stats. We also have people coming from the arts background, the English background, and then all landed in a really good data related positions. Okay, so those cases are the most recent ones. There are 3 I want to showcase to you guys. One is the recommender system and chatbot we built for one publisher. Okay, so the requests from the clients are improve the click-through rate because they're media, and then they want to use news to drive the traffic. We did the A/B testing against the current recommender because the recommender engine works for the news. If you click one news and then the other position of the page showing you may like this, maybe just one or several related news, according to the reading trend, or recommending the audience some of the past old articles. Okay. And we also did the model development via the content and the user similarity. We tried some most advanced algorithms that used by TikTok, YouTube, Netflix. We also tried some traditional the classic algorithms, and it turns out to be the classic one works better. Yeah, that's very interesting. And the challenges are tons of the data is very granular, and the impact is huge. They have the huge amount of users as well as the articles. But that was good. The recommender works functioning right now, and then they still use our outcomes. And we have like rows of key stream data to analyze, which is crazy. And we tried two algorithms, CF, collaborative filtering, as well as content filtering. Both works pretty good. Yeah, I won't just stress any tech details, but those are the things that we deliver. We showcase to the client, and then they accept both for different sections. Okay. The second I want to share is a BI project, which is KPI dashboard reporting. This company has the IP and then has the rights to grasp all the 911 calls data. They want us to report on it to reflect different area about how fast those incidents can be answered. So we did several dashboards reflecting the drive time on scene hours, and also the date time, how many incidents have happening, according to different zone, based on different time zone or different day of the time, something like those, and then graphically. So those dashboards helping them predicting about the resources, and then this tool for different like first aid services to analysis to prepare ahead of the time. Okay, I really enjoyed this this client project. Okay, and then the daily number of calls during the year. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much about the content I wanted to share. I know it's kind of comprehensive because we covered the two companies, the contents. I may edit here why we use two company names. So WeCloudData is a accredited college. We offer boot camps, training, and then BeamData is focusing on the client project. We are a data consulting company. So students, if you graduated from WeCloudData, you will work for Beam with zero transit as a consultant. Like you won't get the interviews won't get confused by saying, oh, this guy works for WeCloud, because but WeCloud is a college. Maybe the project are just university level or research level things. We don't want to confuse people, so we promote BeamData. And then people right now recognize BeamData offers a lot of client projects in the data sector. So they will consider you as either junior or intermediate or even senior level of consultants. Yeah, that's the main purpose. We are sister companies and people talk very often. Adam serves as the program manager at WeCloudData, and I also work as an instructor teaching some of the doing the workshops or teaching some of the courses there. But nowadays I'm more focusing on the business development and then project delivery. So once you're interested in joining BeamData, for example, if you already had the experiences, and then you already have a lot of certificates about, for example, Python and then machine learning, and you want to apply those skills directly to BeamData. That's one of the options. It's called the project only, which means you don't have to take the courses. You don't have to spend months or just a couple of weeks in getting those certificates. You can directly join the project if you pass the assessment test. So your name will just show on the waiting list, saying this guy with some of the skills, proven skills, and that those are the working experiences. And our project team will know and then replace you once there's any openings. Okay, that's how those two companies are talking to each other, and then those are how that we can help you guys the best. Thank you. I'll leave some time for the Ask Me Anything session. Okay. Questions? Feel free to unmute.
Hi, this is Ryan. So for the real client project, w- we're not working, or how does that work exactly? Like we're working for BeamData, but we're consulting with a third-party company and working on, I see. Okay.
Exactly. So what you will do is to focusing on the tasks that the client assign you. Basically, we do daily meetings, daily sync ups, and weekly meetings normally. So you will directly talk to the client. We have project managers, tech lead helping you. So you will work. It works in a co-op in a sense, but not co-op. Your title will be data consultant. So from day one that you work for this project, you will talk to the client directly. But if you are uncertain or something, we have tech lead project managers helping you, scheduling all the projects for you. Normally, we have a team size about 3 to 5. Sometimes just one or two. Sometimes we have a larger team. So it works the same as the real uh, work work environment. It's just online. We do everything online.
I see. And uh, do the clients actually use the work that the students
hmm
produce?
hmm Yeah, that's why we come to us. Because let's say if I'm having for example, today I'm having a company, and I want to build some chatbot for my business. And if I search any like data consulting company, they charge us very, very high, which I cannot afford. But I know BeamData, for example, BeamData talk to us and then offering a really good price, and I say, okay, what BeamData can offer, and this is my time saying, okay, those are our consultants' portfolio. We can provide you building this chatbot within 3 months, and then those are the consultants. Yeah, that's most of the cases. That's our target clients. Because we move pretty fast, then we want to catch whatever the clients we want to grasp. So we have a very wide market, and we have projects requests all year round. And
I
then,
see.
of course, yeah, based on your outcomes, those deliverables will be directly accepted by the client. Yeah, I think your question is really good. Is my work capable for the client to use? Of course, we have a project team evaluating the work. If the first draft is not good, we are here together in helping to make that thing will work for the client. We have the quality assurance, and then the project managers will just do the iterations and then double confirm with the client. Most of the cases, I would say 99% will be accepted.
I see. And
Mhm.
so then, and you mentioned there were two types of projects, one
Mhm.
that is I guess more chill,
Double.
and the other
Mhm.
one that is more intense.
Mhm.
And you said that for the intense one, uh requests can come in at midnight.
Uh, uh, It's just an extreme cases because we have
Okay.
the clients maybe in Europe. We have a new
Wow.
cohort in UK. So they normally send us something really early for the morning, but it should be fine because I used to work as a project manager. Every day like 9 a.m. I open. Oh, I receive a message from 4 a.m. for example, the UK just send us feedback. But no, there's no there's no need for you to wake up. I mean it. Okay.
Okay.
And to answer your previous question, so those dashboards, for example, you can see my screen here. Yeah, those dashboards are created by our BI consultant. Those are, of course, we spend a lot of time in discussing about the details. So, for example, the legends or the numbers, and then how about the horizontal line? We discuss a lot of the times to make sure as an end product that they use. But all the ideas are created by the consultants themselves. And then as a project manager for me, when I was managing this project, I said those are the deliverables. And then if you guys are okay to use it directly, and then it turns out that they still using those 3 dashboards in their daily tasks.
I see. And
Mhm.
yeah, so the reason why I asked if the client is actually going to use our work is because we're not getting paid for this work, right? In fact,
Uh, yeah,
we
so
have to pay the
mhm.
program.
Yeah, we do offer right now. Some of the clients are non-paid, so you're working pro bono. But our goal is to compensate the consultants. We're doing it right now for some of the things, but really depends on uh, the budget. Hmm. Our end goal is to pay everyone in the future. Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll be in some of the cases they'll be compensated, but sometimes the clients has to do the interviews. Of course, it's just more strict. So yeah, I really wish that I can compensate my consultants every day. But you're right. Some of the things are some of the projects are pro bono, and then some requests it's negotiable. And then we do send those opportunities to our channel to say here, this is a paid spot. Interview requested. Who will be available? It's just like other consulting firms sending requests and then receiving from the applications.
Hmm. Okay, I see.
Mhm. Yeah, very good question. Thank you, Ryan.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Yeah, any other questions? Yeah, we still have like 5 minutes as scheduled. So if you feel you're ready in applying jobs, but those jobs are not in the level that you wanted to work for a long time, so BeamData can offer you this couple of more months that to make your resume shinier. Um, yeah, if you're already in that sector, I think this can be the best way to accelerate your success. And of course, if you are career switcher, I personally was a career switcher. I didn't know Python SQL before, and I used WeCloud training program, and now I know the tech because I can apply for data scientist or data engineering jobs. But then I find my interests are in the project management field. So now I'm just managing and then doing the business development. So yeah, our services originally starts from serving the career switchers, but within the growth of the data field, we um, kind of switch the emphasis to helping, adding the services for helping people to, accelerate the career path. Okay, any other questions? Adam, do you want to add anything else that I didn't cover? Okay. So here's our contact info. If you go to WeCloudData, there are a bunch of bootcamp sessions. And if you go to BeamData, that's built for people who seeking data consulting services. So a lot of clients will go there to check our latest news and there are a lot of blog posts that done by our consultants or our students. Very impressive. I encourage people to look at it because most of them are done by students who only had like 2 to 3 months of experience. I cannot imagine this guy from three months ago was non-data related. Um, yeah, and then feel free to add my LinkedIn, and then Adam and I will be available to redirect you to the correct members in our team to address your questions and concerns. Okay, I guess I can close this session and then look forward to seeing you guys offline. Okay, thank you.
All right,
Enjoy
thanks.
the rest of your week. Bye.